Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Hope you're having a good week so far. Before I go into the topic, two things real quick I wanted to cover. Number one, if you haven't subscribed yet, you should so you won't miss my videos. Number two, I've had several requests to do a live stream. I haven't done one before, but it sounds fun. So if you'll let me know in the comments or email me, let me know, number one, if you would attend, if you're interested in that. And number two, what kind of topics you would like to cover. I think it would be fun. So just let me know that and subscribe if you haven't done that already. So now into the topic. This is kind of a serious one, y'all. Food prices. Have you been to the grocery? Well, I'm sure you've been to the grocery store, but have you noticed the prices lately? And this is, I know it's been gradually going up for a little while now, the last 2-3 months, but seems like, I know when I go, I do most of the grocery shopping here for us, and it's just really climbing almost every week. It seems like it is just, I'm noticing a difference. So it's really concerning. I did a little research here, and you may have been hearing other people talk about this too, but I just wanted to weigh in on it because it's just really important. I believe prices are just going to keep going up. I think we're going to see inflation just really go skyrocketing. Okay. At least it looks that way. All right. We need to prepare for that. So some of the things that I noticed in doing some research is, first of all, if you look at it on a macro, on a big scale here, things like commodities, your food commodities like corn, wheat, soybeans, vegetable oils, these type of commodities, they're just going up high in price. Okay. And these are the things that make, corn, wheat, soybean, vegetables. These make up the bulk of the world's diet, and so these just keep getting more expensive. So that, coupled with a few other things, is affecting all the prices at the retail for us. So soaring price of raw materials, okay, is putting more pressure on families. A lot of families, a lot of people out there around the world, but also in the United States, of course, that are still struggling from trying to put enough food on the table for their families. Okay, so this is putting added stress on it with these higher prices. All right, so a lot of families are dealing with less income, less hours, still being unemployed. Hopefully, they're getting unemployment benefits. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. A few statistics: corn prices have doubled. Corn. Soybean costs have gone up 80%, wheat 30%. So this inflation is predicted to just continue and just keep going up. Okay, so we got food inflation, not just the United States, but on a worldwide level. It's starting to scare some countries. Just some examples that I read about: Russia is one of the world's largest grain producers or exporters, and they are freezing retail food prices in their country for their people. So they're freezing the prices on their retail side, and they're curbing their shipments, their exports. It'd be nice here to have a freeze on prices, huh? So I don't think that's coming. Bolivia is temporarily banning exports of beef, and this is in an attempt to safeguard their supply of meat and put a lid on the prices. Okay, so we're looking at a global thing of food prices just going, and this has really been happening. The prices of food and has gone up for 10 straight months gradually, like I said before, but it's starting to really sharply rise now. So we're really noticing it at the grocery store, and what's happening is it's getting to the retailers, and they're going to pass this cost on to us, on to the consumers, of course. So you really need to watch when you're out there spending your money. Okay. Some other factors that are driving up costs too is higher freight costs. We've got a truck driver shortage in the United States, something terrible. You may have heard about that, but that's affecting things. We're also still dealing with a supply chain that's very fragile, still recovering from the pandemic last year. And all those shutdowns, you still have companies that were shut down or trying to open back up, and they're trying to get their employees to come back. So we're having trouble with a labor shortage as well. So you got these employees that are still getting these extended benefits, these unemployment benefits. So they're making just as much or more, probably more, still getting the unemployment than going back to work. Okay, I mean, so this is a problem, a big problem, and it's starting to affect everything. So what else? The cost of packaging, the raw materials, there's a shortage, and getting these materials in to package goods and services or food mostly. Like I mentioned, unemployment, the benefits, stimulus is coming. They're talking about a fourth one now. So, it's getting to the point to where it's kind of a mini situation of universal employment or universal income. So, which has been talked about before, and it looks like they're kind of starting that right now, getting people conditioned for it. All right. So what can we do? So what are some steps we can take and prepare for this more and mitigate this? I made a little list here. First of all, we need to really be careful, like I said, when you're buying groceries, is to look at the pricing and look at how much you're buying. Okay, so you're probably noticing that a lot of things you're getting less in the packages, but the price is still about the same or even more. So really look at the volume, look at the weight, and then how much it costs. It's not necessarily a good deal. Okay, so weigh that out. Sometimes it's better. It's a better cost effective to get something that's a little better, a little bigger volume for the money than it is to get the smaller amount. Okay. So that's one thing to really pay attention to that, because these prices are just going to keep going up. I looked at what we pay for groceries several months ago, just about 3 months ago even, and so we buy about the same thing every week. Okay, and we were spending about $125 back then. Now buying the same thing, it's between $175 to $200. Now, I mean, think about that. And it's going to keep going up. All right. So there are some things we need to change here as well. So some other options, some other ideas that we can do, and some of y'all might be doing this already, is fill your pantry, prep, keep prepping. Okay, keep stacking it. If you can, if you're able, fill your pantry as much as you can, right now, because obviously with inflation going up, if you spend $300 to fill your pantry now, well, if you don't do it now and wait 3 months from now, it may be $500 to $600 to do that. So the more you can do now to kind of stock up on the staples, the non-perishables, the better. Save yourself a little bit. Okay. If you don't have a freezer, go ahead and buy a freezer, a chest freezer. It can really make a big difference. Okay, stock that thing up. All right. If you see a deal on some meat or something like that, you can go ahead and freeze. Even if you don't need it right now, go ahead and buy it. So if it's a decent deal, and put it in the freezer. Eat it later. Okay. Some other things: clip coupons. Look for the deals. Aldi. I love Aldi. As far as retailers, Costco, I don't have a Costco near me. Walmart, I don't have one real close to me. I know they're cheaper than some of the other retailers, but man, I just can't. It's tough. I can't do Walmart. I just can't do it, man. So I really pretty much stick with Aldi. There's a Kroger and a Publix near me, so I have to be careful on the prices there. So we order some things online too. Grow as much as you can. Grow as much of your own food as you can. Garden, if you know how. If you don't know how, learn. So the more we can start getting into that habit, the better. The more self-sufficient, the better. Okay, you got to start somewhere. Get some chickens if you can. I know depending on where you live, you might not be able to, but if you can, get some chickens. They really pay off. My neighborhood, the covenants don't allow it, but heck, I'm thinking about doing it anyway. What the hell? Brown bag it to, if you go somewhere to work, if you don't work at home, take your lunch. I take mine almost every day. 99% of the time, I take my lunch to work. Okay, I can save some bucks that way. Eat out less. All right, we eat out once a week here. Sometimes twice a week on the weekends mainly. So, and the prices there are going up too, and all the restaurants. So Those are just some ideas. Let me know your ideas. Let me know what you think, your thoughts on all this. Okay, what are you doing to mitigate this? All right, and I'd appreciate it. Appreciate your feedback. Thanks for watching, and God bless you. Have a good rest of the week. See you soon.